The nice thing is when you submit a lead to an application, that application is now pending with the carrier. There is a case manager who will track it all. So from start to finish, they're tracking all the requirements that the carrier will provide. So if they need additional documentation, they need maybe some lab work, whatever the case is, there is a case manager who's following your case to the T very closely, with the main point being they want to keep your cases moving forward. They don't want them to all sit in one stage. You need to chase down, see what's going on. They're doing that for you. Any outstanding items, they will continue to shoot you emails, say, hey, David, we still need this from your client. Please get that and update us. And then any carrier communications, anything that the carrier communicates directly on that pending case, your case manager will communicate with you. They're very proactive, so they keep the cases moving. Ultimate goal here, one, transparency and communication to you makes that process smoother and easier as an agent, but there's just less admin tasks for you. There's less going to the carrier, figuring out what they need, chasing it down. It's a much smoother process for you. Probably, again, one of my favorite parts is all the back office support that you really do receive. Quote and apply. Chris is actually going to jump in. I'm going to introduce him here in a few minutes, but he's going to show you what this quote and apply looks like. Um, Super slick system here. It is a personalized quote and apply link tied directly to your writing codes. So all of your writing codes will be tied here to your own link. You can send the link to a client instantly. They can go in there, they can sign up, and they can pick a plan. They can do all of it on their own. Or you can go on there with them, do the link, process it all through the quote and apply link. But clients can get quotes very easily. They can apply online and they can start the process. The best part, they can start it immediately. It integrates directly with your boss system. Everything will be tracked. Kind of a fun, quick story. I was helping one of my ACA clients, and I said, "Hey, while we're talking, can I help you out with any life insurance?" He said, "You know what? I'm squared away, but I have a colleague who's looking at term right now. Can I put you in contact?" I said, "Yeah." He actually sent that individual my quote and apply link. I didn't actually get the contact. I got the contact information. I hadn't reached out yet, and the next thing I knew, there was a an application submitted in my boss system that went active 3 days later. So maybe not the best way to do it. I'm just saying how seamless, how intuitive this system is. I got paid on that client a week later. It was super cool. So biggest thing here, that quote and apply link is going to be created one specifically for you. If you have downline agents or you're an agency owner, that quote and apply link will be tied to your agents, but it will ultimately fall under your back office system as well. So why Back9 for life insurance? Guys, we're in the technology era. Everything is enhancing. The technology with Back9 is going to be top of the cream of the crop here. It's going to be some of the best that you're going to find. Full transparency from start to finish, professional support at every step, like we talked about, and it simplifies the workflow so you can focus on growth. That's going to be huge for an individual agent. If you're just an independent, that's going to be huge for an agency owner. We're going to turn it over to Chris Cook here for a live demo. Chris is going to go over a couple of things here. He's going to go over a walkthrough, a brief walkthrough of the boss system, what that looks like. What I'm super excited about, he is going to give us a live quote and apply demonstration. He's going to show you how quickly a case can go from quote to application. And then Chris is going to open it up. Any questions, real world examples that you might want to hear or see. Obviously, you want to be respectful of everyone. So if you do have questions, let's put them in the chat box. Before I do turn it over to Chris here, we are going to have him do an open floor demo and discussion after he shows you everything. So any questions you have through the process, put them in the Q&A. Chris, it's going to be up to you if you want to answer those live, if you want to hold them off till the end. But I'm going to remove my screen share, introduce you to Chris Cook at Back9 Insurance, let him introduce himself and take it from here. So thank you.
Good morning, everyone. David, Thank you so much for the warm introduction. I feel like I don't have much to do here. You've told everyone, all about our system, and you've done it in an amazing fashion. So I appreciate you for that. I'm gonna, I think a picture is worth 1,000 words. That's what I've heard. So I'm gonna try and stay focused here to, show you the value add of the things that David's been talking about of the services and platform that Back9 provides. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna share my screen. And so this is our demo site. So one of the powers of Back9 as a life insurance partner is the fact that we work with all of the major carriers in the life insurance space. So here's just a quick list of all, the carriers that we work with. So I say the reason why I tell people this is because, listen, a lot of times when I first got started in the industry, people would come to me and ask if I had this, if I had that, and I only worked with one carrier at the time. And so unfortunately, I had to say, no, I only have this. And it's for me, I think it's, you want to have all of the tools in your tool belt. So when you work with Back9, you have that. And that goes for the lines of life insurance, long-term care, disability, and annuities, but primarily life insurance. You're not going to come across a product that you don't have access to. So just wanted to let you know that, we do have, a plethora of carrier options. And, once you let us know what you're looking for, we're going to find the best option for you. As David mentioned earlier, every agent that gets set up with Back9 gets two things, technology-wise. One is our bot system.